Let's take a look at what managers need to know about employee performance appraisals. Performance appraisal is the process of assessing how well employees are doing in their jobs. Most employees and managers intensely dislike the performance appraisal process. In fact, 65% of employees are dissatisfied with their performance appraisal process. Likewise, according to the Society for Human Resource Management, 95% of human resource managers are dissatisfied with their organization's performance appraisal systems. Indeed, performance appraisals are used for four broad purposes: making administrative decisions, providing feedback for employee development, evaluating human resource programs, and for documentation purposes. Workers often have strong doubts about the accuracy of their performance appraisals, and they might be right. For example, it's widely known that assessors are prone to errors while rating worker performance. Three of the most common rating errors are central tendency, halo, and leniency. Central tendency error occurs when assessors rate all workers as average or in the middle of the scale. Halo error occurs when assessors rate all workers as performing at the same level, good, bad, or average, in all parts of their jobs. Leniency error occurs when assessors rate all workers as performing particularly well. One of the reasons managers make these errors is that they often don't spend enough time gathering or reviewing performance data. Facebook reduces appraisal errors by having managers work together to finalize performance ratings. What can be done to minimize rating errors and improve the accuracy in which job performance is measured? In general, two approaches have been used: improving performance appraisal measures themselves and training performance raters to be more accurate. One of the ways companies try to improve performance appraisal measures is to use as many objective performance measures as possible. Objective performance measures are measures of performance that are easily and directly counted or quantified. Common objective performance measures include output, scrap, waste, sales, customer complaints, and rejection rates. But when objective performance measures aren't available, and frequently they aren't, subjective performance measures have to be used instead. Subjective measures require that someone judge or assess a worker's performance. The second approach to improving the measurement of workers' job performance is rater training. The most effective is frame of reference training, in which groups of trainees learn how to do performance appraisals by watching a video of an employee at work. Next, they evaluate the performance of the person in the video. A trainer, an expert in the subject matter, then shares his or her evaluations, and trainees' evaluations are compared with the experts. The expert then explains the rationales behind his or her evaluations. The process is repeated until differences in evaluations given by trainees and evaluations by the expert are minimized. After gathering accurate performance data, the next step is to share performance feedback with employees. Unfortunately, even when performance appraisal ratings are accurate, the appraisal process often breaks down at the feedback stage. Employees will become defensive and dislike hearing any negative assessments of their work, no matter how small. Managers become defensive too, and dislike giving performance appraisal feedback as much as employees like receiving it. In response, many companies are asking managers to ease up on harsh feedback and instead articulate the positive by focusing on employee strengths. What can be done to overcome the inherent difficulties in performance appraisal feedback? First, be mindful of being overly critical and making employees so defensive they quit listening. Also, because performance appraisal ratings have traditionally been judgments of just one person, the boss, another possibility is to use 360-degree feedback. In this approach, feedback comes from four sources: the boss, subordinates, peers, coworkers, and the employees themselves. The advantage of 360-degree feedback programs is that negative feedback is often more credible when it comes from several people.